Have you ever felt that creeping sense of obsolescence? Like the world has simply moved on without you, and whatever your unique purpose was, it just isn't needed anymore? But it's exactly that emotion that anchors the story of Luma.
In a tiny, picturesque village, hidden away between these massive, misty mountains, lived Luma. Now, Luma was an old lantern, and long ago, Luma was absolutely vital. This little lantern actively guided weary travelers safely through treacherous storms, helped lost children find their way back home, and watched over peaceful nights filled with joyous laughter and village songs. Luma wasn't just some tool. Luma was a comforting, essential presence to everyone.
But, as you know, time passes. The world outside that tiny village began to evolve. Luma's whole era of actively guiding travelers got completely disrupted when bright, modern electric lamps started appearing everywhere. They were newer, they were brighter, and honestly, they were inescapable. With this sudden technological shift, Luma's purpose just abruptly ended. The lantern was eventually relegated to a dusty shelf inside an old, abandoned hut. Sitting there in the quiet dark, Luma whispered, "I am old now. The world has no need for my small light anymore." A cold, unforgiving winter night arrives in those misty mountains. Out in the freezing darkness, a young girl is wandering through the forest, desperately searching for her lost puppy. The snow is growing heavier by the minute, and the familiar paths are just vanishing into this labyrinth of cold. Seeking any kind of shelter from the harsh wind, she pushes open the creaky door of an old, abandoned hut. And yep, it's the very same hut where Luma sits in the dark. Inside that pitch-black hut, the girl's eyes adjust, and she spots the forgotten lantern sitting up there on the dusty shelf. And she breathes this desperate, hopeful plea. Please, just one little light. Just a little warmth. Just a little direction. Deep down, Luma desperately wanted to shine for this little girl. That desire to help, it was still there. But after years of absolute silence and stillness, the old lantern realized it had literally forgotten how to shine. The girl didn't just demand light. She tended to the source. She gently wiped away all those years of accumulated dust from Luma's glass. She carefully reached in and fixed its broken wick. And finally, she lit a tiny flame.
Now at first, the reaction was tentative. It was just this weak, flickering spark, really struggling against the cold winter air. But as that wick caught and the glass cleared, the whole thing transformed. The spark grew warmer, blossoming into this brilliant, radiant glow that completely pushed back the freezing shadows.
And it was brighter, so much brighter than it had been in years.
Luma had this profound epiphany. It had never actually lost its light. It had only been waiting for someone to help it shine again. With its glow completely restored, Luma radiated out into the heavy winter snow, serving its ultimate purpose once more. That lantern's warmth guided the young girl back through the disappearing paths, helped her find her lost puppy, and made sure they both returned safely to the village.